Hey guys, Jessie Medina here. I am so excited to be here with you today. If you didn't know, I do have naturally curly hair, and today I'm having a good day. So the only time I change my hair is when I'm not having a good curly hair day, which could happen because curly hair is not always the same. Like it's straight hair, right? Like curly hair is tricky. So anyway, so when I'm having a good curly hair day like today, I proudly rock my curls, and I'm really excited because today's a good day. Yes. Anyway, I'm super excited to be here with you today because obviously people are like freaking out with their business, especially the ones that have brick and mortar businesses. So today I want to talk about how you can grow your online presence and hopefully start making money online. In today's age, it's super easy to make money online. If you're not making money online, you are missing out. There's no reason why, we, especially millennials, shouldn't be at least, even if your business is successful, even if you do have a brick and mortar business, there's no reason why we shouldn't be making at least extra money online. So there are so many ways to make money online right now, and that's going to be another video of different ways that you can make money online. But today I want to talk about your online presence and how to grow online. So the step number one is to know how you want to show up in the world. I think this is so important because while there are some people that started just doing their thing without a plan or strategy and they happen to hit the jackpot, or people started following them and they happen to grow, and then down the road they refine their message, and that's okay. And if you've already started without a direction and you're halfway through that, it's okay, you can always pivot. But if you're starting out, why not save yourself the trouble and start doing it right? And the way that you do it right, or if you're already doing it but you want to refine it, is first ask yourself, how do I want to show up in the world? If you don't have clarity, you're not going to get to where you want to be. If you got on an Uber and the Uber asked you, where am I going? And you said, we'll see, you would literally get nowhere. So you have to know where you want to go. You have to know what you want to do, who your audience is going to be, and what you're going to help them solve. What problem are you solving? What pain point are you taking away? And what is it that you're helping them with? Once you have that clarity, everything else is going to be a lot easier. So the step number one is you have to know how you want to show up in this world. Step number two, and obviously within that step there are many things that you got to do, but we're going quickly for the purpose of this video. But step number two is you want to be able to use the right platform. For example, if I want to talk to millennials, or I want to talk to Gen Z, like really, really young people, I am not going to pick LinkedIn as my number one platform. It does not mean I cannot have a LinkedIn account. It doesn't mean that there's no use in having other platforms. But the important thing is that you know who your audience is, which ideally you have from step one, so that you can pick the right platform. If you're a photographer, you're not going to pick to be on Twitter as your main platform, because Twitter's number one thing is not images. Even though you can share images, it's not the number one thing, right? So you would pick Instagram. So you have to know which platform is going to be your native platform. For me, starting out, I'm a very creative visual person. So when I started my journey, and me becoming an entrepreneur and me becoming an influencer, all that happened while I was on Instagram. Instagram was my favorite platform. That was a platform that I picked a long time ago, like 5 years ago, and I just naturally loved it. So that's another point that matters. You have to like it. But ideally, if you know where you want to go, that matches what you like, right? I hope. I hope you didn't pick something that you didn't like. So because that matches what you like, you're naturally going to be inclined to work in those platforms, right? So if you're a visual, if you're a photographer, if you're creative, anything like that, you're naturally going to be inclined to work on Instagram. Another thing is, for me, I love to talk. And so for me, doing these videos is really fun, and I've been wanting to do it for a long time. However, again, you have to focus on one platform. So my platform of choice when I was starting out was Instagram, and I focused on that platform and I was consistent on that platform. And, I evolved with the platform, which is okay too, and things change and strategies changed. But I was always consistent with it. And because of that, that afforded me the chance to become an influencer, as we know it, or mediapreneur, as I like to call it. And that gave me the chance to get sponsorships, get paid to speak, get invited places, get free things when I traveled. It gave me a lot of fun stuff, like I said, beyond my business, right? So this is the important part, is that you can make money online even aside from what you make in your business. And even if your business is online, you can still be making more money through other sources on the net. So make sure that you are capitalizing on everything that you can, but always start with that focus. So once you pick your platform, the third step would be to start posting. Obviously, you come up with a strategy, you come up with a plan, you pick topics that you want to talk about, that you want to share about, you work on your branding. But that's step number 3. When you have all that clarity that should have come from step 1, is you want to start posting. That simple. The thing is if you don't start posting, it's just never going to happen. Let me tell you a story. When I was about 22 years old or something, I actually started a YouTube channel. And I, like I said, I love talking, I love sharing. So I did it, right? I was getting somewhat big on, like Instagram. I don't even know if I was doing Instagram at the time. I just remember this happened a long time ago, and that's how old I am, that I cannot remember exactly when it happened. But there was a time where I started doing cooking videos on YouTube, because I love cooking, and I wanted to share about my passion for cooking. I was not trying to become anything. That was not the agenda. I just wanted to share my cooking. And so I posted, and then posted 2 videos, totally forgot about it. Fast forward all these years, now I'm big on Instagram. That's my focus and all that. And one time my best friend is like, Jess, have you looked at your old cooking video? And I was like, no, I haven't. Well, it turns out I had thousands and thousands of views and comments and attention on that video. And it showed me at the time when I checked that it had been 7 years ago where I posted that video. So picture that. If that video had so much attention 7 years ago, and I had consistently been posting every day or a few times a week for 7 years, I probably now would be the Latina Rachel Ray. It's okay, because that's not what I wanted to do. But the point is that if you don't post, 1, people don't know you even exist or what you have to offer. But 2, it's not going to work with the algorithm. If you post once a month or even once a week, that's just not enough. The other thing is that you have to be consistent, because platforms want you to be active on their platform. Okay, they want to promote people. They want to showcase people that are really active on their platform. For example, if I do YouTube videos and I go and like just reshare on Facebook, Facebook is not going to show it that much, because I didn't create that video on Facebook. I didn't upload it directly to Facebook, and they don't want to be promoting or encouraging people to go to YouTube, right? So if they show it to a lot of people, people are going to be clicking that video and like going to YouTube and start watching videos there, and then they kind of forgot about Facebook, right? So what Facebook wants to do is Facebook wants to promote and showcase the people that are doing more on Facebook. So if you're uploading lives on Facebook and videos and all that, which for example I'm not, right? I don't love Facebook, so I don't interact on Facebook that much, and therefore Facebook doesn't really share much of what I do whenever I do get on there ever. But Instagram, on the other hand, likes me, right? Because I do interact there a lot. I practically live there on Instagram, and so that's afforded me all these opportunities. So you gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent with your content. You gotta be consistent with your message. You gotta be consistent with what you post. So if you say you're gonna be posting about business, and then all of a sudden you're like posting like puppy videos, like, unless you want to become known for that, or you want a viral video about puppies, like, don't do it, because it's not gonna help. Now, having said that, you can diversify a little bit, right? So what I like to find is the balance. The balance between sharing your knowledge, which is going to be your number one bread and butter, what you're going to be sharing about your business, your knowledge, whatever you're selling, that part of it. But then you can add 2 things of things that you love and you're passionate about that make you uniquely you. because I do think that people want to see other people that they can relate to, and they will not know if they can relate to you if you're not sharing something that's personable about yourself, or if they just simply don't know that you like those things. So for example, I love to travel, so my Instagram, I do have on my story highlights when I travel, or if I'm traveling, I will post about me being somewhere. Now, I always keep in mind, like, okay, what is the focus of this channel? And therefore, what I do is, even though I'm posting my travel photo, I will tie it in somehow to my topic. Again, doesn't mean you have to be selling all the time. It can simply be a tip. It can simply be reflection. Oh, I love being an entrepreneur because I get to travel and I get the flexibility to do so. That's a reflection. That's inspiration. But I still tied it in with me being an entrepreneur. And so you want to make sure that's super consistent in all those ways, that you're posting consistently. If you post one time and then abandon it and then come back later, it's like you're starting all over again and you just wasted your time. So make sure step number 3 is to be consistent in all the ways that I just mentioned. Okay? Number 4 is be authentic. You have to be authentic, because thanks to social media, nowadays, as much as people want to say that social media is superficial, this is your chance to be seen. This is your chance to be heard. Chances that we did not have, even 20 years ago. So you want to be yourself. You want to make sure that you're showing up to the world in a way that's authentic to you, because believe it or not, there's people out there that can relate exactly to the very, very things that you love and the very things that you've been through. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people like that out there. I am surprised. Sometimes I have a podcast as well. So sometimes when I'm talking to my podcast, the topic will be this huge topic that I've planned, that I created an outline for. And then I just mentioned in the story, maybe I happen to remember a little detail, something that I went through when I was younger. And then it turns out that that little detail that I shared in like maybe 1 minute resonates more with my audience in like the entire conversation, 30-minute conversation. And I think the reason being is that it was just like a natural, authentic little story that came up. And then it so happened that so many people could relate to that it just baffles me, because I cannot believe that these minor details, like I could be saying like, oh yeah, so then when I was 8, I went to my class and the teacher said this to me and it stuck with me. And then I move on to the rest of the conversation and people would literally DM me like, oh my gosh, when I was 8 too, I went to my class and the teacher told me this. Like, it's like to that exact, similarity that it's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. But this is so true. It happens. And I'm sure it's happened to you. Sometimes I'm listening to someone and I'm like, did you just steal my story? Because that sounds like exactly like something that I went through. And that's the exact same conclusion that I arrived at. That's a lesson that I learned from it. So it's really, really incredible how all these unique things that you've been through make you so special that people care more about that. People want to learn from someone. Listen, the thing is, business theory and all this knowledge is great and you can read it in books, but if it comes from a source that you trust, it's going to matter more to you and it's going to keep you reading. It's going to keep you interested. And how do you create trust? You build that trust by being yourself, by being authentic. Because then people, the moment that you share a story that resonated with someone, that validated your story and therefore validated your brand. So the moment that someone says like, wow, this person is real and this person is saying something real because I've been there, I've done that, I felt that, and that was very real to me. So therefore, that person must be real too. And again, this is not a tactic. This is you being you. I am not telling you how to manipulate people. I hate that stuff. I'm not telling you anything like that. I'm not telling you be fake or pretend to have an issue that you don't have. No, be authentic. Even the things that you think that nobody else has been through, nobody else can relate to, trust me. There's people out there that have. I think I've talked about this enough. I think you get the point. So I'm going to move on to the next step. Step number 5 is share. Okay, you post it and that's great, but sometimes we think like because I posted this, people will see it. Trust me, people will not see it. Sometimes my best friend has done something. She's having an event or something, and I had no idea. And the reason being is because the algorithm shows different people different things. There's many things happen locally that I would have loved to go to, and I found out about it later, and I'm like, why didn't I go to that? And then they're like, oh, I posted it on Instagram, and I'm like, I live on Instagram, but it doesn't mean that I see what they're posting, okay? There are so many factors that play into what you get to see. And it's not just the people that you interact with. Sometimes, it's what Instagram thinks that you want to hear or that you want to see. I'm always looking at hair tricks and hair stuff. So Instagram, for whatever reason, thinks that's what I care about the most. That's what I see on my feed. If you look at my homepage on Instagram, it's like hair, 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 puppy, hair, 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 dance, hair, 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 puppy, hair, 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 dance. And like those are the three things, but mostly hair. Like, and the only reason I keep seeing that is because like 2 months ago, before I did my hair, I was looking at different balayage colors to show the hairstylist what I wanted. And since then, because I did actively search that a lot, since then, that's all I see till this day. Okay, so then don't go mad again if I didn't see what's happening with you on Instagram. If you want people to see it, share it. So if you made a post, share it on your story. Send it to a few people that are your close friends, people that you know are going to be interested, of course. Don't just spam people, but there's people that you know are interested. If for example, I do a lot of female empowerment events. So if I have friends that are interested in female empowerment, that love coming to our events, that love connecting with people, all that stuff, I'm going to just send it to them just so they know. Or I might just tag them on the post or something like that. So make sure that you're sharing. Make sure you're cross-sharing. So you post it on Instagram, but there could be a few people on Facebook that are interested in this. There could be a few people on LinkedIn that are interested in what you're doing. So again, you focus on one platform, but then you can reshare everywhere else what you're doing. So that was step number 5. And I seriously could talk about this all day long, but I don't want to bore you. These are like the main steps that you need to start implementing to begin your journey to grow your online presence. Okay, there is a gazillion things, and I will be making more videos and sharing with you all the little tips and tricks. But again, this is the foundation. So these are the things that you need to start doing now so that you can, begin the process to start your online presence or pivot from what you're doing and rebrand yourself. Or maybe you want to just make it better. You want to improve it. You want to have a plan. You're tired of just like posting whatever and like just guessing what to do. So start doing these things. Trust me, even these things alone will make a world of difference. But if you have any more questions, comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Please subscribe. Again, like I said, since back then in those days, I wanted to do this video. So I'm really excited that I get to do these videos now. And your support means the world to me. So if you are interested in growing as a business, as an entrepreneur, and even as a person, make sure that you subscribe so you get notified when I create new videos. Everything that I'm sharing with you and my plan for this channel is that it has to be relevant. I feel like there are so many things out there from like 5 years ago or even a year ago that are so outdated. I see things that are like so cliche and outdated, and I don't want to share that. I want to share the things that are truly relevant and the things that made me grow my brand online. And the reason that I sell out on events, sell out on programs, sell out on things is because I grew that brand. So branding is super important. Your online brand really matters, and it can make a difference. It can literally take you from just making, even if you do have a full-time job or you do have a business, a brick-and-mortar business, it can take you from just being in the 5-figure or just making an average income to being 6-figure, 7-figure, and making a lot more money and having a lot more impact, which is the beauty of it, that we all get a voice and we all get to make an impact if we're consistent. So that is it for right now. Thank you so much for listening. I hope to hear from you and see you. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Besos. Ciao.